Greetings, brothers and sisters of planet Earth. We are so honored to hold the ceremony together today to call all of our relations and all dimensions together, all our relations of life, all of our relations and all of creation to pray together in this massively transformational time on Earth. Our Mother and Mother Earth needs us now. So we are here, we've been called together today to pray, to hold space, to share love. So just take a moment and breathe into our heart. Connect with all the beings who are here present right now, and all the beings who will tune in later, creating this web of love around our planet. We're gathering in joy in this momentous moment in the universe and on Earth, a momentous moment when so many beings are going to be moving into a world of non-suffering, a reality of liberation. And just know that your prayers and your energy now is so needed. Your love and your joy and your healing is so needed. So here we are with our hands and feet on the ground. We're connecting with our elemental allies today to help us burn up the energies that we as a humanity and we as a whole planet do not need anymore. We're calling forth for a complete cleansing of tyranny, a complete cleansing of mind control, of violence. We're calling forth for a liberation of all souls who are trapped in all dimensions of time and space, in and around our planet, in and around our planet, in all dimensions. We're calling forth for a liberation of all beings and souls who may be trapped, tuning into all of the soul fragments in the collective unity grid of this planet. And just staying anchored in our love and our strength together. Know that there is no fear, there is no anxiety. We're simply called together to do this work together today, but it doesn't have to come with any anxiety. In fact, I'm feeling this immense joy that we get to come together in this way, to pray and to be together. This is a time to come together, to recognize that we all have one mission here on this planet right now. And that is unity, that is love, that is liberation and joy and freedom of all beings. And that includes all of the fragmented emotional energies and soul fragments which are trapped in various locations on the earth. So we're calling forth all of our benevolent helpers in all dimensions and all realms, whose heart and intentions are in alignment with the freedom and sovereignty and liberation and happiness of all beings and all of the creation. So if you have a fire going, or if you have candles, I invite you to light some sage to honor our elemental friends and our ancestors. Vibrations of anxiety or pain or trauma come up through us to be transmuted. Ooh, just breathe into the heart space, ground that into the earth. Know that our efforts are so supported by the whole universe and the galactics and the elementals right now. And trust yourself. Trust in your own creational abilities to hold space for the transformation of these energies. If you have been called to this work, know that you are fully equipped to do this in your connection with the divine, in your connection with your own soul, which is connected to this infinite source of love and energy. Fire. Allow all of that energy to be burnt up, transmuted. For tuning in and for joining in our ceremony today. This is such an important thing for us to do. It's so important for us to remember what we've come here for. And in this time when there's so much chaos and so much fear, if you're finding that, you can't go around to hug people and to console them, there's a way for us to share this energy with the planet. And I'm thinking a lot about my teacher today and the ways that he showed me, really how to hold ceremony. And it's really not about altars, even though those things can help. It's not about crystals, even though crystals can help. It's not even really about, this fire, even though fire has such an incredible way to bring us into this sacred space together. It is really just about remembering how profound and sacred it is to be alive. And I can say that perhaps all of the issues and the problems that we're facing today on the planet have been created by the imbalance of us losing track with that very important thing. And so in this immense time when there's so much chaos and fear that is plaguing our world, this is a time when we show ourselves who we really are, when we really put our actions and our energy where our mouth is, and hold ceremony and remember that, it's not just this hour, it's not just today, but to remember that every moment we must hold this sacred fire inside of our heart. We must pray, we must hold space. I know that living in our world, we can get very comfortable. We can just, watch Netflix and drink tea and kind of almost forget what we're doing, or even worse yet, get into arguments and drama over the internet. And it's like there's no time for that right now. We all say that we have come here for a mission. We all say that we are infinitely powerful beings and that we are here to assist humanity. Well, this is the time to create the actions and, most importantly, find that vibration of ceremony, of service inside of our heart, and to live inside that vibration, because that energy is the energy of strength. It is the energy of the profound masculine, protecting and serving in a correct manner. And so it's really important that this energy is coming through today, especially as we're talking about these deep underground military bases and the transmutation of military energy, because the military energy, it is supposed to be an energy which serves and protects. And clearly there has been this massive distortion where it now is turned into control and tyranny. And in order for us to transform that energy, we must learn to embody and to express that correct energy in ourselves. So as we call ourselves light workers and starseeds, and there is this massively intense situation on the planet, and we're all confined, quarantined to our own quarters, this is what we can do. We can hold ceremony. We can offer our energy of strength and love and stability, right? When we have this energy of service and stability in our heart, that energy does influence, everything that is happening. And especially as we clearly understand that a lot of these military bases are positioned in major planetary ley line convergence places, and they have this effect of mass mind control when they emit a certain really strong low vibrational frequency, especially if it's war, which comes with strife and poverty and fear and conflict. So there's twofold. While we are burning up this energy from the grid, which these fires are connected and intended to do, we're also understanding that is an internal alchemical fire that is burning and alive as well. And this is the energy where we are almost sparking up as the immune cells of the planet, right? We are choosing to act in oneness with her, or choosing to be of service to life. And in this place, we can get quiet so we can hear what it is that she needs from us. And today it could just be the ceremony, but another day it could be different. But we need to be in that place of readiness. And sometimes people, I know that we are all going through a lot of healing processes right now, and so it could feel really intense. But a lot of the times I find, in our Western civilization, without the rites of initiation, without the rites of initiation, and my pregnant leg is going numb, hang on. Without these rites of initiation and the teachings of ceremony, we can really become, grown up babies in a big way. We've never known how to sit through discomfort, right? And I don't mean you have to, in the patriarchal way of learning that we force ourselves to fast for 100 days just to prove something is not that vibration. But it is a vibration of, toughening up and being a source, a wellspring of stability and strength at this time. So this is kind of the energy that is coming in for our internal alchemy as we are transforming, the military energy, because it always works that way. We heal the planet, we evolve the planet, and at the same time we feel and experience these transformations inside of us. And this is definitely a code that's activating right now. It's like we can say that we are warriors, we can say that we are light workers, and now we get to really embody and experience and express the correct energies of strength. Okay, so this next transmission is going to be for the children, for all the children who might be feeling lonely or afraid, for anybody's inner children that might be lost, for any fragments of souls that might be in the grid that requires our love and our energy right now, for them to be freed. me rip some off and so making an offering of gratitude, making an offering of gratitude for life, making this offering of gratitude for our family, for our loved ones. In gratitude for the elementals and the fire, the strength and the warmth and the power of the fire. We are in gratitude for the nourishment that we have. We are grateful for the internet that allows us to gather right now. And in this time of social distancing, feeling gratitude for all of the brave people out there that are on the ground and liberating the trafficked children and taking down the cabal and whatnot. Grateful for those people. And here we are sending our love and our strength to them so that they know that they are supported. We can hold our ceremonial fire, whether that is a real fire or in our heart. Holding a steady prayer for their safety. And the most accelerated timeline for all children to be safe, to be cared for, all of our inner children to find their way home. For all the light workers who are being called to come into complete lucidity about all the dimensions of distortions and pain that have happened. We're grateful for all of that. So opening up our awareness of the fires that are in connection here today, Washington and the East Coast, and I'm sensing some people in Europe, in Australia. Ooh. Just taking a minute to strengthen our connection. The best way to correct the inversion is by doing it in our body. And if in this time you've got time to harass other people or talk about other people negatively, if you got time to do that, then you ain't praying. And if you ain't praying, then what are you doing? We're all in this together. All we have is each other and this love and this faith and our strength and this life force that's flowing through us, let's use it in a good way. Let's express ourselves in ways that are loving, that share strength and camaraderie at this time. If you can't be kind right now, then go back inside and work with that energy. Right? We're being given this opportunity to cultivate this true warrior energy, this true energy of service to other. Not out of ego, not out of, needing to be seen, but just this humble but robust energy, this robust energy of love, robust energy of love that pours through us in whatever expression that uplifts each other and this planet. If you got a job to do, know that that has to come from that space from inside. We have to learn how to cultivate this space of the true warrior so that we can share that love and strength with the people and the planet. Just the different ways that love can be expressed, right? It doesn't always have to be light, fluffy, oh, I love you, yay. Sometimes it's like a robust, anchored, deep lion's roar saying, no, I will no longer be okay with this on my planet, in my reality. Sometimes it's coming into that deep lucidity and ripping out those energies that abuse and control inside of us. Okay, so we are going to invite an energy in now that addresses various forms of artificial intelligence, both if there is implantation in our body or that energy external in the underground bases. And a release of all the traumatic energy those technologies may have catalyzed. All traumatic energies that may have been created through the different expressions of artificial intelligence. Not necessarily technology or computers, but really artificial consciousness. Take a deep breath. Anchor into love. Know that you are loved and you are supported and you are appreciated. You are here for a reason. So a major code that was just coming through is this dignity, is the feeling of dignity, is the feeling of correct and balanced pride. Not pride in, superficial things in ourself, but pride of the magnificence of the beauty of creation and our part in it, of course. Right? It's not a superficial appreciation or pride, but a deep recognition of our part in everything. And this has been something that has been stripped away from humanity. And this is something that is so important to bring back into our own energy body if we are to reclaim this planet. Right? We are occupying our body. And it is a solar plexus and lower chakra integration and activation. There are so many sneaky little parasitic viruses and thoughts which keep us from remembering how precious and incredible it is for us to be human, for us to be alive on this magnificent planet. And this is something that, the controllers wanted to do, because how can you actually enslave a planet full of divine creator beings? You have to deceive them into believing that that's not what they are. And so in that process, so many different layers of implantation and thoughts, misbeliefs have been inserted into our consciousness. Any sense of insecurity or unworthiness or undeservingness or confusion about who we are, this disconnection from our source of life, our planet. So we're reclaiming our true sense of self. The truth that we are magnificent, divine beings of beauty and grace and love and creativity. That no matter what you have quote unquote accomplished or disaccomplished in your life in the false matrix, that you are always those things. These are not things that you have to earn. These are not things that you have to fight for, but simply remember and anchor and embody deeply inside. And anytime we have any thoughts of self-loathing, we can simply allow those things to dissolve, knowing that that is a part of the false matrix construct that was designed to keep us from remembering our true being. I feel that strength that returns to our body when we remember that we are a sacred part of the web of life on this planet. And as an honorable member of the web of life on this planet, then we will automatically understand how to behave properly. And we're just sending that quiet, subtle, but profoundly powerful remembrance into the grid, into the heart of humanity. As I saw these funny posts saying that Mother Earth has sent all humans to their rooms. We're all grounded to reflect on how we have been behaving. And it's so true. And we're going to send these lucid remembrance and understanding into the collective to help our brothers and sisters remember our part in the sacred weaving of life upon this planet and all of creation. Jeff, do you mind hopping on the Facebook stream on your phone?
What?
Do you mind hopping on the Facebook stream on your phone? I have a feeling that maybe there was like some sound issue or something. Just want to check in and see how people are doing. Thank you. Shoot! Ooh. It's good. People aren't complaining about the sound or anything.
It's good.
Oh, okay. So breathing some cleansing, loving energy into our solar plexus. Know that you are inherently deserving and worthy of all the love and all the beauty of all of creation, for it was created for you and you were created for it. And in that moment of lucid knowing, allow that love to bring relief and release to any tension we might feel in our belly, any conflicting energies. Anything that might be keeping us from being truly at peace with ourselves. Any unfinished things that our ancestors might still be holding, allowing all of that to just release as well. And breathe in that comfort and that relief in knowing that you are inherently worthy of all of the love and beauty in all of creation. If you have been assigned a human vessel and you are here right now, then this is true. Ooh. Oh, that feels better. strength to love one another. May all beings remember our sacred oneness with our mother and all her children. May all beings find the heart light within. May all beings find their heart light within. May all beings remember our sacred oneness of all creation, and may all the earth's children live in harmony together. May all of life in creation remember. May all life in the one creation remember. We are love. Having a moment of peace, a moment of quiet, allowing this love to permeate the land and find its way to any place or any being who might need it, who might be seeking the light. Know that we are beacons of this love. beacons of this truth, beacons of this sacred fire that overcomes and transforms all fear. We give thanks to life.
Beautiful. Perfect.
Please call me. The wind has died down.
have laid down. So sometimes you have to start over.
Yeah, I saw him run really fast across the field. Juju!
Even Jupiter's ready to move in.
We are creating timelines with our frequency, with our attitude, with our actions, with our thoughts, with our energy, with our prayers. So pay attention. Pay attention to how we are noticing and how we are responding and how we are holding space for what's to come. Understanding that the way that we hold ourselves, the way that we express ourselves, the way that we express our energy and hold our frequency are all a responsibility of creation. And that it's our choice to come into a recognition of that responsibility and to explore the depth of that responsibility and how we can actually wield that inherent capability to create to be of service to humanity, to ourselves, to our family, to our planet at this time. Thank you so much for being here.
Points to anyone who can put a piece of coal in this shell.
For frankincense and myrrh?
Yeah.
Well, what I did before was heated up the end of a stick and then just pressed it onto there, but I can try to get a coal.
If Colin was here, he would just literally go.
Yeah.
He says you can't be afraid of fire if you're gonna play with fire. Otherwise, you'll get burnt.
I think I'm gonna use a stick. As fun as that other way sounds.
Chopstick it up.
I probably would too.
Oh, just pick it up with your hand.
Thank you. Hello, dog. We hear you. This is me.
You need a new one.
What?
You need a phone.
What?
You need a new phone.
Wow, you guys are going for it.